Welcome to a new daily top Askreddit video. Today's topic.
What's the most pleasant non-sexual, non-drug experience a human can experience? Waking up naturally, well-rested, on a day with nothing urgent to do, and realizing you can just stay cozy for a while. What kind of fantasy bullshit is this? Having a shower and then getting into your bed that has clean bedsheets on it. Especially after shaving your legs. Oh Lord, it's heavenly. Rubbing your legs together like a lil cricket and fluffing up the sheet so it falls slowly back on you. Getting into bed and falling asleep when you're super exhausted. I'll add, getting into bed when the room is hot but the sheets are somehow still a little cool. Getting into a warm and cozy bed on a cold winter day. Heating blankets really are a blessing. The secret is warm bed, cool room. You have to pee for a long time and then pee. Same, but poop. When the poop comes out effortlessly and you get a clean wipe, that's the best. Floating in a warm pool at night while looking up at the stars, feeling weightless, allowing the entire body to relax when a shooting star passes overhead. Yes. I used to live in AZ and had a pool. It felt like I was on vacation in my backyard every night. A fart that instantly takes all your stomach pain away. Mine is similar, but I would say vomiting. I know it's gross, but when you're nauseated and can't rest, just getting the vomit over with is a huge relief. If it's a one and done, yes, but if you're making multiple trips to the bathroom to vomit, it's misery. At least with farts, you can fart all night long and each one just brings relief. I had pancreatitis about 4 years ago. I hadn't eaten in a week and a half, other than some plain chicken broth in the hospital. After a couple of days at home, I felt well enough to have some vegetable soup. It was awesome, and I didn't have any pain. The next morning, though, I thought the pancreatitis was back, as I had bad abdominal pain. As I rolled over to get out of bed, I farted a little and felt some relief. I then turned more fart, and more relief. I then full-on twisted my body like a tube of toothpaste and let out the longest fart of my life and have never felt such joyous relief. Pancreatitis was a 0/10. That fart though, 10 out of 10. Was it one of those farts that are so long you're surprised your asshole didn't have to stop and catch its breath? Listening to a song that touches you so deep, you're getting goosebumps from it. Or seeing a great band live and everyone is vibing and singing along and all together having this experience, I get goosebumps just thinking about it. I have teared up at so many shows just from the atmosphere and feeling in the air. I don't know why it hits me so hard. I'm either tearing up or hella smiling in the pit like a creep because I'm just having so much fun. Accomplishing something difficult, and might I add, flow state, to that sentiment. Doing something challenging that demands your sole focus and you enter that near effortless but dialed state of mind. Being in flow state should make this list on its own. It is so physically and mentally satisfying. My 3 biggest hobbies are snowboarding, billiards, and video games. All of which have their own flow. It is very interesting how, seemingly, all humans can find flow state in pretty much all activities. Makes me wonder about the science behind it. Laughs in ADHD. Everything is difficult, and either nothing is accomplished or the accomplishment means nothing. Head massage. Never had an actual head massage, but I tried that thing that looks like a broken whisk. When someone else is using that on me, it's an insane experience. It's like the most calming, yet electrifying, feeling ever. But my ex hated it. When I tried using it on her, she would instantly move away and describe the feeling like tickling or something. The orgasmatron. Mankind's greatest invention. These things are so crazy. A friend and I used them on each other in high school a ton and it always made things seem so sexual to anyone that saw and we had to be like, no seriously. You don't get it. You want to go? Scratching your ankles after taking your socks off. In a similar vein, taking your bra off and rubbing the skin under boobs melting face. Unconditional love. Where did you find this? Woof. Adopt a dog, or a cat if you are patient enough. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Taking your bra off after a long hard day. BRB, gotta start buying brass. Sitting outside with friends on a summer night talking and listening to music. Sitting on those white plastic chairs, you know the ones I'm talking about. And then it breaks. Or your friend in the one next to you leans back and suddenly falls. Being loved, never gonna give you up. Bonding with pets. My bub just got to a point after nearly 4 years that I can hold him in my hands to mooch his belly and massage his wings. He's a spoiled diva, and on Wednesday while I had him up close, he snuggled his lil noggin into my neck and got all cozy. I'm not one that cries very often, but I bawled my eyes out instantly, loudly crying, like 4 years of interacting and him being completely comfortable with everything else. For him to do that all on his own fucking broke me. As a human being who is not a burb, but who does take a long while to trust people deeply, this also would make me sob. The safety required for some beings to let go needs to be consistent, prolonged, and extreme. I know what it has taken me, and is still taking me, time to lean into something loving like that, and you must be excellent with that, burb. Should we all be so lucky to be so well loved, and have the courage to lean in instead of away? Bro, I was not an animal person for like 35 years, then my wife talked me into a cat and I loved him immediately. Then we got another cat who's even sweeter than the first cat, and then 2 years ago we got a dog, and it's so fucking ridiculous how much I love this dog, and now how I get happy every time I see a friendly dog. Oh my god, I'm such a fucking animal person. It continuously astounds me how wrong I was about something that I thought was absolutely true about myself for so long. I spent a little time as a waitress. A customer was sitting at her table with her money out and a defeated look on her face. After asking her what was wrong, she had only brought enough money for a sundae and had forgotten to bring extra for taxes. I went into my pocket and gave her some of my tip money to cover it. She was, of course, shocked and was trying to give it back, saying she hadn't wanted to inconvenience me. I insisted, and eventually had to back away. When she realized I wasn't going to back down from giving her the money, she looked like she was going to cry. I later returned to check on her. She was gone and 60 cents was left on the table. That was my favorite tip amount. This woman had no money but found a way to tip me. I love this, thank you for sharing it. This is an example of why I love to read things here. Anything that you've been denied for a while: ice water after working in the sun for hours on a blazing summer day. Finally eating a real meal after being too busy working all day. Finally getting to pee after 4 hours on a road trip, etc. Something special about pooping in your own home toilet after returning from a multi-day trip. When you're sick and your ears are plugged up and they finally clear. Or your nasal passages. Waking up naturally on a weekend, realizing you have no obligations, and just lying in a warm bed while hearing rain outside. Nothing better than a dark rainy morning on a weekend. A really good nap. You feel a little cold, you're sleepy and you lay down on your bed. You didn't realize your pillows were so comfortable. Oh look, I'm under a blanket, I'll just lay here a while. Making a baby laugh. My god, those big belly laughs bring so much joy. Cuddling in the morning with your partner, head shaking vertically. Where can I find a partner? Do they sell them somewhere? Who said a partner needs to be a human? A cuddly dog or cat is just as good, if not therapeutic. A good scratch when you are itchy. Or a good sneeze. Reading these comments is also quite pleasuring, I must say. Climbing to the top of a big hill and enjoying the view. Primal stuff, and the world would be a much better place if everyone could do it regularly. I used to hike pretty regularly, and I would go buy a giant blueberry muffin to reward myself with when I reached the top of the mountain. It was awesome. Fresh sheets with shaved legs. Someone brushing your hair. Someone washing your hair. Charles Boyle, is that you? Spending quality time with your family. Why my family? Get your own family. You are funny, I like you. You really wouldn't find spending time with my family a joyful experience. Pooping away a stomach ache. The calm, tired feeling after a panic attack, anxiety attack, for me anyway. Taking a shower and then eating, after a long GG hot day of being outside in the summertime, after a festival, is my favorite. Hearing your favorite songs live. Getting something you've really been wanting, a job, good news, a home. Eating really good food. Good food. Adopt 2 15-year-old cats. Watch them go from skinny and unwell to warm, healthy, deeply loved, thick coats and endless purring. Now they squint at me with trust and headbutt me non-stop. I never understood why people loved cats. I'm a 36-year-old man. I've done all kinds of drugs, had meaningless flings, chased every kind of high, but nothing compares to this. This soul-soothing, quiet, genuine love. It's the purest thing I've ever felt. I get it now. The Egyptians had the right idea. Cat. First day of your week vacation. Your plane ride to the destination. You're excited, everything is waiting for you there, boundless adventures await. The first morning I woke up in Puerto Rico, I jumped on the bed. I believe it's been 20+ years since I've jumped on a bed out of pure joy. Best feeling ever. Personally, being in the ocean, but also taking off your bra immediately when you get home. Reading the resolution of a really good book. Finishing a book isn't nearly as pleasant, but reading the resolution you've been waiting for hundreds or thousands of pages is so nice. A fine dessert custard. Definitely this. Laughter and feeling loved. When you hug someone, and they needed that hug. When you're cutting wrapping paper and the scissors glide right through. Those 3 seconds are insane. I think for me, it's eating a Reese's Big Cup. I refrigerate them, use a fork to break away and eat all the chocolate, then eat the peanut butter center by itself. I do this after dinner nearly every night. Other than that, a good back rub is nice. The heartburn from that sucks though. It's basically pure sugar now. I used to love Reese's but can't eat them anymore because, like you said, they just make my stomach hurt. Singing in harmony with others. Riding a motorcycle on a sunny 75-degree day through the mountains. A warm, fresh, iced cinnamon bun straight from the oven that is gooey on the inside. I don't know what crack is like, but it has to be pretty close. Same with chocolate chip cookies. Ever tried the calm after a good cry? Pure peace, no extra needed. Woo boy, that sleep you get afterwards, pinched fingers. Watching your children triumph and achieve victory greater than your own. Making your kids belly laugh and then get you going and everyone is uncontrollably laughing.